Hi guys, welcome back to BCU Racing. I'm your host Aliyah, and today I'm joined by...
It's me, it's Liberty.
So Liberty, if you could tell us who you are and what your role is with the BCU Racing team, please.
Yeah, of course. So I'm Liberty, also known as Libby, and I am Head of Performance and Wellbeing.
Oh, so why Performance and Wellbeing? Because as you previously mentioned before the podcast started, the name's changed.
Yeah, so when we first joined, we were given the name Health and Wellbeing, but I think performance and well-being suits us much better because health is very general, and we came, as in we being everybody who started as part of our team, came in with the understanding that we were going to be helping with, like, working with the drivers very, very closely.
Yeah.
And doing what is called performance analysis. So
Ooh.
Performance sounds a lot better. Performance analysis is a module we do on our course.
Oh, nice. That's a
Both
good
in
integration.
second year and then as an optional module in third year, which I didn't take because I wanted to do strength and conditioning instead. But it's one of those where I was like, health, you could be doing several different degrees and that be relevant, but I think performance really narrows it down to the sports science. So...
As you should, though, as you should.
Yeah.
I think you're a really good lead because I remember when you first started, it was when we were in the winter rooms.
Yeah.
And it was the first time I'd ever met you because you were sitting down and I came around with Skittles to give them round.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, and that's how we met. And I was like, do you want a Skittle, by the
like,
way?
yes, please, I love them.
And ever since then, we clicked great.
We did.
And at one time, there was even the Teams time, but you would do the Teams meeting underneath the stairwell.
Oh my gosh, yes, I came over and I was like, I need to do a Teams meeting with someone, but I need somewhere quiet to go. Where could I go? And you were like, just go into a stairwell, it'll be fine. Oh my gosh, the dust that was on my trousers after that was awful.
We need to get like a rug underneath there if anyone needs to do another Teams meeting. It's
literally
funny though. So with Performance and Wellbeing, you are the lead, so what do you think a typical day for you looks like?
So our Wednesdays normally look like reviewing our session plan that we have for the drivers. So we do a strength and flexibility training program which they kind of requested. We interviewed Kyle and Louis specifically, and we talked about what do they wish they'd had last year from people like us who specialize in those areas, and they came back saying like they want to be stronger, and then they have to do an egress test, which is like for safety reasons, they have to be able to get out of the car in 5 seconds or under.
In case you're like...
In case something's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, it's a safety thing, you're not allowed to drive a car unless you can do that.
Yeah.
So Kyle was saying he really wanted his shoulders to be more flexible, so we looked into that and what exercises can we do to help them with that, and we were like, we'll just do it with all of them because it's beneficial. So we review that plan, and then... It does generally, it's the same week to week, but we might increase the weights or the time we're holding a position or an exercise, so we edit that as we go, which is a principle called progressive overload, which is a very common term within sports science.
See,
and
you're the first sports department person that I've met since I've started BCU, so you tell me a lot of times, I'm like, that's the first I've ever heard this. I like to learn more from you though.
Yeah, no, progressive overload, it's just the process of gradually increasing things like weights or the time you do something or the frequency you do something, or the type of exercise you do. Those are all the fit principles. And it means that you actually make gains rather than plateauing. Because if you stay on the same weight, your muscles are going to adapt and then no further if you just continue with that particular weight in any given exercise.
That's so cool. No, have they been enjoying their little things that you've been giving them, the exercises and the regime?
Yeah, I think Louis really enjoyed it. He's always been quite keen to do it because it physically benefits people, but it also mentally benefits them, and they've said they've really felt that.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
See, and you can like pop that down and be like, I improve people's mental well-being whilst also
that's
physically
part of the
helping
team,
them.
isn't it?
As you should.
That's why we call performance and well-being, because they go hand in hand.
See, this is why you're smart for that, because before it was just health and fitness.
No,
which was
there's so much more.
Dead title.
There's so much more to it. So yeah, we'll look at our Friday plan, and then outside of Wednesdays, I'll meet up with our nutrition master's student to discuss the food plan for Silverstone, which we're completely in charge of making, buying, providing,
and then you'll have
serving
to
up on the day.
Which I feel so bad for you that you can't like be elsewhere, like in a hotel possibly, and you're gonna have to be in a muddy field.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting.
I've said if marketing was forced to do it, we would have done glamping.
Yeah.
Like, we would have brought a caravan, glamped in it, we would have been fine in it.
Yep, I think everyone would love that, but...
because I couldn't do it without, like, the showers and everything.
I'm not looking forward to that. I can't lie.
I did hear from one of our previous episodes, girls, they said the girls' bathrooms are way less of a line than the male bathrooms and showers. So I think that is a positive because there's more.
It's usually the other way around.
I think it's because there's more men that go Silverstone than women, but we are changing that this year. Let that be known.
Yeah, we are.
So hopefully our showers will be a bit more busy, but hopefully they also won't, so you guys can get in.
Actually get a shower, please.
So with your interest in health and wellbeing, what kind of sparked your first interest in it?
Like first ever or specifically at uni?
I think first ever. It'd be good to know your journey towards your interest of it.
So I was a gymnast for 13 years.
Ooh, you got that flexibility.
Yes, I do. I was a gymnast for 13 years, and when I was in secondary school and like we were told to be considering what kind of careers we wanted to have, I knew that gymnastics had to be part of that. So it initially started with that, and then as I've learnt more and more about the sports science and exercise world, it's kind of expanded. So yeah, it started with Beth Tweddle at the 2012 Olympics, and we're here in 2026, and I've just finished my degree.
No. Are you excited to be leaving BCU, or are you a bit scared about it?
It's a mix of both. I'm excited to have finished my degree, for sure. I'm ready to be done.
I don't blame you.
But I'm really heartbroken that I don't get to do like another year with BCU Racing, because obviously it's our first year as a team ever.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, and then I have to leave.
But at least you leave with a bang, though. You set such a good precedent for like the following years.
Thank you.
Like, do you have any younger years that are currently in your team that you're hoping will be?
Yeah, so my team is pretty much made up of me as a third year and then 3 second years.
Have you decided which one of them is going to be running the team next year?
Yes, it will be Fred.
Oh, does he know? Is this
He knows that.
Oh, that's alright.
He knows that. But I've been told that I'm allowed to stick around till Christmas, apparently. That's a whole thing. So if that's allowed,
we can get him sorted for January time if that's the case. We can have you for a bit longer.
Yeah, we can do like a really nice gradual handover, but I won't be here for the event next year, which is really, really sad.
We could always like email you tickets and be like, you can purchase the tickets here, come for Sunday and just enjoy it.
That'd be so fun.
Because I've heard, because this is my first year at BC Racing, I've just heard stories and stories of Silverstone.
Oh, I know, there's so many.
Which I'm like, we get to be a part of that this year.
Some of them are horror stories.
Yeah.
And some of them sound amazing. You know, it's a big mix.
I've heard the good things. I haven't heard the horror stories, except for like someone's camping stuff got completely soaked because it was like pissing it down.
Haven't heard that one.
Yeah, so
most of my horror stories are around eating and the kind of food everyone was eating and how often people were eating, how often they weren't eating. So I've made it my mission this year to make sure that those horror stories don't exist.
How are you going to manage pressure, do you think, with that at Silverstone, in case any of them like get anxiety filled?
I mean, I work in hospitality, so it's something I'm pretty used to. It's just a case of serve it up, get it out. It's a little bit daunting because it's 50 people and 3 meals a day for 5 days.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'll face it when I get there. It's one of those things I'm just not going to think about it because I know that I can manage it.
What advice would you give to students, particularly like students that are potentially looking to get into BC racing, who are struggling to balance the university and their personal well-being?
Well, my first recommendation will always be get to the gym. It's so good for you in so many ways. The doctors are genuinely starting to prescribe it.
Yeah, they do at
medicine.
My workplace. Yeah. We do an exercise referral at mine now, and the GP will refer it and you get a cheaper discount at the gym now. Yeah,
no, honestly, exercise does so much good stuff for you that people just don't really know about, and that's what has been so interesting about my degree, is learning all those things. But on the surface level, like, it releases feel-good hormones, and it gives you a sense of achievement and progression, because you can always be stronger, you can always be more flexible, or you can always run further. There's always more you can do, so you've always got something to keep looking forward to and set goals for, but you still get that sense of achievement when you're exercising.
When you first started uni, did you have like a good work balance, would you say, or was it like a progression towards it through the help of your course?
I think it changed a lot. So in first year, the first year of our course is notoriously easy.
Really?
It's almost too easy, to the point where when I was speaking to my head of course, she said they've changed it a lot to make it a bit harder, because it then meant that the jump from first to second year was really difficult.
You see that a lot of the times with students.
I really suffered that year doing that jump, and it was a lot. So I'm kind of glad that they're upping the difficulty a bit more to make that jump a bit less. But I've had a part-time job since I was 16. I've been in the same place since I was 16, so I knew my regular patterns going into that. So that was really easy in first year because the balance was fine because the workload wasn't too bad. But second year, I started to realise how much I needed to think about my hours, and like my parents were telling me, should you be doing as many hours as you're doing when you've got all this work to do? So I figured it out as I went along, and I think overall I valued the things I was doing outside of uni to the point where I was okay with my grades suffering just a little bit, which is an interesting perspective, I understand, because as much as I love sport and exercise, I'm actually not going into that industry at all.
Are you not? Are you going to stay in hospitality?
I'm going into the weddings industry.
You have mentioned this to me before. You have. The story about the little baby as well.
Oh my gosh,
yes. The cutest story ever.
For those listening, basically the story is that when we had a wedding last wedding season. I'm a bartender for anybody who doesn't know that. I met a couple as we were packing down, and the woman out of the couple came over to me and asked for my name and introduced herself and everything, and her husband, but I didn't know it was her husband at the time, had done the same thing previously in the night. And that day they both decided that the baby she was pregnant with, they were going to call her Liberty. And then I got to go to her dedication, and I got to meet her, and we have some really cute pictures of her. It was adorable.
Because you showed us the pictures of the baby before. The baby's adorable.
She's so cute.
Cutest little thing ever.
She's got such big eyes, and she was so sleepy when I was holding her. I was actually just like, oh my gosh, just stay here.
It's like Liberty X2, Liberty the Second, which we like. We do like it, but no, the wedding industry, I do like that. I can imagine you.
Yeah.
So, some BCU racing students are going to end up hitting you up, Liberty, can you help plan my wedding, please? And you'll be like, there's going to be no discount, let that be known, but I will help you.
No, I mean, the venue I work for generally is on the cheaper side, so
really,
if people want to have their wedding at Roheath Pavilion, hit me up, let me know.
Just like, let me get the experience in now and the recommendations.
Yeah, literally.
We can do like a little fake BCU racing wedding.
That would be so much fun.
Who do we have as the bride? Who do we have as the groom? Or who do we have as 2 grooms, 2 brides? Because we could do it any single way.
I don't know. Who would you say?
I think there's no couples on the teams, but I think
not that I'm aware of.
But we could do joke couples.
Yeah.
Like we could do Kieran and Alex.
Yes.
Because of the TikTok bromance.
Yes, the TikTok bromance must live on.
So fake wedding them.
Fake wedding.
And Kieran's a model, so he'd be cool with walking down that aisle with
oh my gosh, swagger. I could only imagine the photography would come out amazing.
Yeah. Because did you see the Instagram with him and Emmy took the pictures for him? We posted it on our Instagram.
I did see those.
And then it'll be him and Alex holding hands.
Oh, it'd be so cute.
It'd be beautiful, and Talk's there like little flower child.
Who would be the flower girls?
Talk.
Would Iman be holding him, being like,
yeah.
That'd be so adorable.
Iman, Freya, Ashley, each of them holding, and then Becca as well. The entire committee just like holding him while they walk down.
That'd be so funny.
Oh, that'd be a great joke.
Or would Talk be the ring bearer?
Oh, that is smart. Talk would be an amazing ring bearer.
Tuck it on his ear or something.
Oh,
he could have 2 rings on his
ear. They just take it, and then you could be standing at the side of the rings, just be like, here's your rings.
Yeah.
And the officiant, I think, who would be a good officiant? Louis and Kyle.
Yes, can you imagine Louis and Kyle officiating a wedding?
They were like,
please.
They're like, hi guys, welcome to the wedding, and then they started just jumping into jokes. That's all you'd hear, jokes on jokes on jokes.
It's so funny. But I decided to go into that summer of 2nd into 3rd year because I'd worked so many weddings during that summer and realised how much joy it brings me and how much I was like, I want to learn more about this. And so I'm currently in training for a role at work that's got more to do with weddings whilst keeping my bar hours.
That's amazing. See, we love like the progression as well that you can see from like, even though it's a course, there's still transferable skills from the sports course into this.
100%. I've learned so much on my sports course that I apply at work.
Which is amazing.
And lots of the like coaching stuff and how to give feedback and how to set goals. That's applicable to any area of life really. And so as a gymnastics coach now, after I finish training in gymnastics, I use those skills because that's still on the side. I just don't get paid for that. That's voluntary.
No way.
Yeah. It's just an hour and a half every week with my girls,
who I
love.
Not bad.
They're great. But yeah, all those skills are so transferable, and I think I wouldn't be the person I am today without those. So
that's amazing. So like back to BCU racing.
Of course.
Do you have any particular memorable moments since you've been a part of the team, or is that like anything that stands out to you?
Ooh, that's a good one. The go-karting event is always going to be there. That was one of the most amazing things I've ever done. I'm actually booking with my friends outside of uni to go there, like, next week. Ooh. So I'm super excited about that.
The competition that day, people were in competition.
Oh yeah, me and Adam, we had a whole thing where he was like, I'm going to beat you, and I was like, no you're not. And then who won?
You.
Me. I won. I was faster.
And then speaking of winning, you had a really great achievement last week, wasn't
I
it?
did,
and you weren't even there for it, let
no,
that be mentioned.
I was doing an assessment. I was doing my very last in-person assessment for my course, so there was no negotiations around me being there for that, which I was so upset about.
Because we were all sat there and we weren't sure, because BC Racing, we decided we're not going to sit on the generalised seats where everyone's going to sit. We sat behind a barricade on sofas and chairs, and every time someone from the team was winning, we were screaming.
Oh, I can only imagine.
But the entire rest of the people that were there for innovation were really quiet, so every time we'd be screaming, all you'd see is people like staring behind us. But the presenter was from BBC and he was like, wow, that person's very popular, wow, BCU Racing's got some energy. And that's all you'd see.
And
the
love
minute we
that.
left, it got dead.
Oh well.
We all went when the drinks opened. As we should though, as we should. We've been there since 2 a.m. and it heals for a lot of us.
Gosh, that's intense.
So with the achievement, how was it announced to you? Were you told prior to it, or were you told after?
So on the Friday that it all happened, it was my dissertation poster defense. So we had to do like an academic poster of our dissertations and present them. And I really messed up and I got my time wrong.
Oh no.
I thought I started at 2:30, but I actually was supposed to finish at 2:30.
Oh,
so I walked in the hall at 2:25, ready to start at 2:30. And my assessor, who's one of my favourite lecturers, turned around and was like, do you realise you started at 2:15? And I was like, no.
I was stressed.
Oh, believe me, the stress was intense. And so she tried to see if she could give me a different slot, but our head of module ultimately was like, we can't allow for it. Like, we made it very clear there was going to be no tolerance for lateness, nothing, no matter the reasons. So I just wasn't able to do it. So I was super, super down.
Yeah.
But I knew that the award ceremony was that day, and so I'd messaged Ashley being like, hey, I'd really like to know who won, because I knew I'd been nominated. So I was like, oh my gosh, what if? And then she called me a couple hours later to be like, hey, you won. And I was like,
just screaming.
I literally internally was literally screaming because I'd gone from being quite down to like having this really nice uplift.
Have you been given your certificate as well? Did they give it you
today? I had my certificate. I had that last week.
Ooh. See, we were all screaming, but then we looked around and we were like, where's Liberty? And we all looked so confused.
I was not there. I was at Seacole.
We know you were at the front with Oscar and Archie, because Archie won his award.
Right.
And when we were screaming for Archie, we were like, oh, wait, she must be there. And then we saw someone else going to accept it for you. Just be like, she isn't here. And we were like, oh, that makes sense. It was so funny.
I wish I'd been able to be there. And if it hadn't been for that assessment, you best believe I would have been.
You would have heard a crazy amount of screaming.
Oh, I bet.
Everyone was screaming like crazy. So with regards, since you've done so amazing since your current initiation to BC Racing, what is some advice that you would give to someone wanting to join BC Racing, more so particularly your department?
I think the best thing you can do, particularly in the performance and wellbeing, is be really engaged on your course. We use so much of the knowledge that we learn during lectures and in our practical sessions that we've applied very actively to what we do with the drivers and the kind of planning that we do with their exercise programs. So if you're not up to date with that, it's going to be very difficult to understand what's going on and to be able to contribute to the team in a meaningful way. So stay up to date with your course.
Are you hoping that you'll increase numbers for, like, because myself, Angie, and a couple of the other members of the team, we're going to be there at Welcome Fest. Are you hoping that we'll be able to lure some people in for your team?
Oh, that would be incredible. What I have already done, actually, is I did go around to the current first and second years during, I think it was week 8 of semester 2. And I kind of presented to them about BCU Racing and about the opportunity it is for people on our course, because IMAD approached our course specifically when it all initially got formed. So I thought I'll go and do the same thing and see if I can generate some interest for next year, and then I'm going to go back and do the same thing for the first years who come in next year, and hopefully
be here for Christmas.
Because I'll be here until Christmas, so I will hopefully be able to get some more people to join. And
We like to hear that. And it's better for marketing because it's more people we can annoy.
yeah, basically.
Because I think we've had you in one TikTok so far.
Yeah, I did the imposter one.
Yeah, you did. And we haven't had you in one since then. So
I know, and I really want to be.
So I'm thinking we have Silverstone planned ones.
Oh.
So we all said we wanted to do maybe a music video for Silverstone where we have everyone recording to it.
That'd be so much fun.
My vote was Rain Me In by Olivia Dean and Sam Fender.
Okay.
But everyone said they don't want something so cutesy and girly. They want something a bit more...
I can understand that. That's fair enough.
But I was just like, we could do... Because I see on TikTok a lot the Egyptian one. The dance like Egyptian.
I'm actually not on TikTok, guys. I'm really, really sorry.
Wait, what?
I don't have TikTok, full stop.
Do you have any social media?
I have Instagram, I have Facebook, I have Snapchat, but I don't have TikTok.
Facebook?
I have Facebook. I had to join it. I literally created an account for first year trampolining because they did all their comms on there.
Really?
That's the only reason I have Facebook.
That is so crazy.
But I don't have the app on anything. I've literally deleted it.
You're not the only member though. Adam also does have no forms of social media.
No, I think because I deleted it in year 12 so I could focus on my A-levels and exams, and I just haven't re-downloaded it since because I know how much time I'd waste on it.
No,
So-
that is fair. I like doom scroll till like 1 a.m. sometimes.
Oh, I know it's really bad because I still have Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts.
See, so they're just as bad.
They're just as bad. Why should I add something else in that's gonna just make it worse?
No, but on TikTok there's like a trend where people go on holidays with their friends and tend to be like in Egypt, Morocco or anything.
Right.
And they'll do the dance like the Egyptian one, and they'll like do the dancing, they'll have all the stuff and people sing to the camera. So I was like, oh, maybe we could do dance like Egyptian.
That sounds really fun.
And like, because we're in Silverstone, we could, if the track's clear, maybe do a bit of dancing on the track.
That would be incredible. I really like that idea.
So we're planning to hopefully get that all done, and you'll be in that at least.
I'll be in that.
Which I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
And then just to wrap up this last part of this section before we move on to the last part, our fun part, what's some skills that you've gained from being a part of the team, particularly as a lead as well?
Gosh, there's so many. I think I've always been a very natural leader. People have told me that all throughout my life. I'm the oldest of 4.
No way.
It's always something that's come naturally to me. So whilst I definitely had skills that made me good for the role, I've definitely learned more about how to delegate things to people and understanding people and where they're at, what their capacity is, so that I can give them the right kind of tasks so they've got understanding to complete them to the best of their ability. Because that's something that I foster in work as well, but it's very different being behind a bar, deciding who's going to go glass collect, who's going to pour pints, who's going to go and sort food, versus...
You ever had to do the age thing where you like check their ages?
What I do?
Yeah.
Oh, I've ID'd so many people. I've also made sure that there are people who shouldn't have had drinks, who didn't get them. Because like if we ever have an 18th birthday party, because we do functions as well, someone will just shots. We go, yeah, if I can just see everyone's ID from the table, every single person who's taking a shot.
I bet you they give you such dirty looks about it.
It's always, oh yeah, never mind. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, no, we're pretty hot on IDing at events because we challenge 25. So we always make sure people know going into their event that, hey, we challenge 25. Anybody who's 25 or under needs to have their ID. Yeah.
That's good, at least you're on it as well.
Yeah.
And then now onto the fun and quickfire question, which I always find to be my favourite question because you can learn a lot about a person in it. So tea, coffee, or as recently as we found out, hot chocolate, which some people prefer over the two.
If I say mocha, because it's a combination of coffee and hot chocolate, I would say a mocha.
Does it help you when you were doing your late dissertation before you needed to hand it in?
I actually have a caffeine sensitivity, which means that I tend to drink decaf. Otherwise, I am when I say bouncing off the walls, I mean more hyper than the 2-year-olds you're watching at the park. Genuinely, it's quite bad.
That is crazy.
So if I need one, they work. But decaf ones taste just as good. So
to be fair, I've had a decaf before in the past. I just think I'm such a coffee lover. When I do the early 6 a.m. shifts at work, I'm like,
oh, you need it. Yeah.
I go to the cafe and I'm like, I'm really sorry, can you put 2 coffee shots in there in my cappuccino? Love you, thank you, bye. And I'm like this in the morning because the roads are clear and I'm just driving like this. It's madness.
No, if it's before 2 o'clock, I'll have normal caffeinated stuff. It does taste slightly different, I agree on that. But otherwise, it's going to be a mocha and it's going to be decaf.
That's so cool to find out. And then, are you an F1 fan? An F1 fan?
Oh, I thought you said Nefon. I was like, what the heck's that? Of course I'm an F1 fan.
So with regard to that, what's your favourite track?
To watch?
To watch, or that you would dream to go to?
I mean, everyone talks about the whole Monaco experience, don't they? I think that's so cool, but it's also so boring to watch because the overtake opportunities just aren't as there.
It's not there.
Silverstone's always going to be like
Number one.
amazing and number one. I mean, Bahrain's always great. I do like watching Bahrain. One of those three, different reasons.
One of those three. Which one would you be your top two between them?
Silverstone and Bahrain.
Silverstone. And then, I mean, you get to visit it today. Is this going to be your first time visiting?
First time ever going to Silverstone. Yeah.
That's going to be so
I'm
cool.
really excited.
See, I think I heard that they used to have performers there at Silverstone, like dancers, and I don't know if it's for the actual Silverstone matches or for Silverstone student ones, but I think that's really cool if we do have someone.
That's really cool. I'd love to see that.
I want to know who's like presenting. See, I don't know who's going to be our presenters or commentators at the top.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm really interested in finding out. And
Yeah, me too.
or if it's going to be available on YouTube for people to watch, because then maybe
yeah.
people who can't come, they can just stream it on YouTube.
Yeah, and they still get to see everything that's
Yeah.
happening. For
And
sure.
then, what's one word that you would use to describe BCU racing?
Energetic.
And
I think everyone
I
here
think
has such good energy, and I don't mean that in like the, oh my gosh, that's giving energy. I just mean that people genuinely have so much energy they put into it, and they're willing to put into it, and that really comes across, and it's been great to see.
So, because you're leaving this year,
Yeah.
and it is your final year, which we're so sad to see. It's actually really upset me the amount of people that are leaving this year.
I know there's so many.
Because everyone that's leaving, I think, are such amazing individuals, yourself included.
Thank you.
So I'm just like, oh, why are you leaving? What do you think the future BCU racing is going to look like beyond yourself? And what do you think is your really big hope for the team?
I mean, I just really hope that Performance and Wellbeing continue, because obviously it's our first team. We've started from scratch, and I hope that the resources we've made are sustainable and like it just continues, because if it all just crashed and burned, I'd be really disappointed to have built something with so much enthusiasm and then see it not work out. So I really hope that happens, and then I hope the car just gets better every single year and that it gets to race every single year, because
It'd be so amazing.
from what I've heard, we're looking so much better this year than we did last year. So I just hope that keeps going.
Oh, that's so amazing. And before I go, I actually do have one more question.
Yeah, no,
and I
that's
forgot,
fine.
this is the most important question of what day? What would our theme song be?
What would our theme song be?
I've asked this to every single guest. I nearly
Oh.
forgot to ask it to you.
Mamma Mia comes to mind.
Oh,
I don't know
yes.
which song. It could literally be so many of them.
Voulez-vous.
That's what I was thinking, genuinely.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah, I think Voulez-vous, which would be great.
Maybe that should be our song.
We should do that song.
And then, because some of us are going on the coach, some of us are going in the cars. Voulez-vous.
I'll be driving.
I'm catching the train because I don't want to drive to London on the motorway just yet. I haven't been on the motorway since passing.
Have you not?
No.
I've done Alton Towers a few times, and my grandparents live in Great Yarmouth, so I've done that drive once. I've gotten used to it, so I'm not too worried about it. But
That's amazing. Anyways, guys, that has been absolutely amazing, and you have been such an amazing guest.
thank you.
And
You're a great host.
Thank you so much. So, unfortunately, this will be Liberty's also last podcast being our guest because she's leaving this year.
guys.
Thank you so much, Liberty, though, for the amazing hard work you've put towards the team
Thank
this year,
you.
and like everything you've done has improved us so much that you're going to help us even more in the following years.
I
As
hope
someone that's
so.
going to be here next year, I can tell your impact will be felt.
I really hope so.
Thank you so much, and thank you to everyone who's been listening to the podcast today. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Spotify, which we now have all our episodes onto. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.